So we just unboxed our inverter from Giandel. This is the 2200 watt pure sine wave inverter. Now what we're going to be using this inverter for is our solar power system. And I just wanted to show you today what you get when you purchase this from Amazon. So right out of the box you can see the inverter is very nice. You're going to get a very nice ground wire. Now this ground wire will be used on this side of the inverter. This is to ground your system. You're going to get two 35 millimeter gauged wires. These are capable up to 600 volts, and as you can see, they are copper. Next, you're going to get your power switch. Now this power switch is a remote power switch, so we're going to install this on the outside of the box. If you have an RV or a camper, you can install this on your wall. You would basically plug this in, hit the power button, and then this would be your on and off power button inside of your camper or your tent. The next thing you get is a very detailed manual. Inside of the manual, you'll see some great things like information about your inverter, how much peak power it can produce, what voltage it's going to put out, what amperage is available. It also recommends that you don't put this in direct sunlight. You don't want this to overheat. It'll give you some great detail about cooling your inverter off, how the fans work, and what type of airflow is required to have all the way around it. It's also going to tell you how to install the power switch and where you can mount it. This system can be mounted horizontal or vertical, but it does require at least 12 inches of airflow all the way around the unit. Some more information that you're going to get with your inverter is information about your battery. So if you're going to run 100 amp hour, 200 amp hour, or 300 amp hour, it's going to give you how much power that battery can produce and how much wattage. It's also 12 volt and 48 volt. You're also going to get a pamphlet for your 36-month warranty. And then you're going to also get a pamphlet here that shows you how to use the rubber isolators that is on the side of the inverter. So if you're mounting this to raw metal, it's to prevent shock. You can see those little gray isolators that here at the bottom. You're going to have 4 of those. It's going to recommend that you use an M4 screw to be able to mount this to sheet metal. We're going to be mounting this in a plastic box. So we're going to use more of like a bolt, so we can bolt this system into a flat platform that we can take in and out if we have to service the inverter. On the side of the inverter, this section here is your 110, 120. This is a hardwire 120 if you want to hardwire, say, some low voltage lighting, and you want to hardwire that in instead of plugging that in, you can do that here. We have the two 120 volt outlets here, and that's what we're going to be using. I'm going to take an extension to this one and run it to the box so I can supply power from the outside of the box. And then over here you have your USB as well. The nice thing about this inverter is the print. I love this baby blue. It's easy to read. I can clearly see my input and output, and I also can see how many amps this inverter is capable of. And then you have all of your safety listings and patents over here on this side, also with the model number. On this side of your inverter, you're going to see 2 fans, and that is your cooling system. Talking about the cooling system, you can see all of the venting on this. I really like how there's a lot of cooling areas on the inverter. The fins are very rigid. if you look at this side of the inverter, you will see all kinds of venting. And then if you flip this over, you will also see that the chassis here, the legs are built to where the airflow can go underneath and then heat can escape over here. So what I'm going to do with this is I will probably mount a 60 or 80 millimeter fan here and here over the box to be able to draw this heat out and keep this inverter cool. It's a very nice aluminum construction on this. It also has a nice weight. You can definitely tell there's some high-end components in here. The next video that we're going to do is we're going to do an installation video on this. So you'll be able to see how I'm going to use this system with my solar panel for my rooftop tent camping. If you would like to get one of these Giandels for yourself, I will put the link in the description below to Amazon. And like always, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.